Hey everyone! In this video, we are diving into one of the most asked questions in expediting. How much will I make as a driver? Now, I'll tell you up front, there's no one-size-fits-all answer here. We can't give you an exact number for the worst or highest possible pay. It's a really personal thing that depends on a few key factors, so let's dig into what really affects your earnings. Factor 1. It starts with you. The first thing you need to know is if you want to be successful, it begins and ends with you. In expediting, you're not just a driver, you're the one responsible for running your business efficiently. Let me tell you why that matters. To maximize your earnings, you've got to be able to communicate effectively. If you're not updating dispatch on your status, negotiating rates, or following up with your fleet owner, you could be losing out on opportunities. Next, it is imperative that you are punctual and professional. You're representing yourself and your company. So, showing up on time and presenting yourself well builds trust and ensures that you continue to be eligible for those premium runs. Keep in mind that there are some contracts that have very strict benchmarks that must be met. Being late could come with hefty fines, and worse, you could be banned from delivering to those locations, which could have a negative impact on your pay. And no one wants that. You also need to have a big picture mindset. Think long term. Taking every load, even if some don't seem profitable right away, can establish you as a reliable driver in the eyes of dispatchers and brokers. Building a reputation of reliability will ensure that you are in the best position possible to make money. And finally, be flexible. The expediting industry is fast-paced and unpredictable. Sometimes things change at the last minute, and your ability to roll with the punches will set you apart and increase your chances of staying loaded and being profitable. Factor 2. Market conditions. Now, let's talk about market conditions. This is an external factor that can make a big difference in your weekly earnings, and it's something you have little control over. Think of it this way. If there's a labor strike at a major manufacturing plant, that might mean fewer shipments for a while, which can cut down on the number of available loads. Or if consumer spending is down, fewer goods are being moved, which can lead to slower periods in expediting. Likewise, things could be moving slower because of the season, such as over the Christmas holidays. Alternatively, there are times when market conditions could work in your favor. Perhaps consumer spending is up or a certain business sector is in a boom. There are several limitless possibilities. That said, there are ways to stay informed so you can adapt. Pay attention to industry news, chat with other drivers, and be aware of what's going on in the expediting world. Being in tune with the market can help you adjust your strategy and decide whether it's worth waiting for a good load or taking the next thing that comes up. Factor 3. Location, location, location. All right, the last factor, and this one's a biggie, location. Where you end up after a load can totally change what you'll make. There's a core area for F&C packaging, and it includes Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and down to Laredo, Texas. If you're running in these areas, you'll find more consistent loads. But when you end up outside this core, loads might be harder to find. That's why we always suggest you attempt to negotiate deadhead pay to cover the cost of driving back into the core. But listen, just because you don't get deadhead pay doesn't mean you should turn down a load. Staying on the move is still better than sitting idle, so don't get too stuck on this one. Money management. Staying smart. So, here's the thing. When it comes to pay, we can't give you a set worst or best number. It really depends on each driver. Some weeks might be great and other weeks not so much. That's where having strong money management skills is important. You've got to be prepared for the ebb and flow in this industry, saving up in the good weeks to handle the slower ones. Expediting isn't a set income kind of job. It's all about being adaptable, rolling with the ups and downs, and managing your money smartly. And finally, stay flexible and keep learning. So, to sum it all up, your earnings as an expediter come down to 3 main things: you, market conditions, and location. Success in this industry is about more than just the dollar amount each week. It's about building your reputation, knowing when to adjust, and managing your money well enough to get through the highs and lows. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips. Drive safe out there and keep hustling. If you have any questions, our HR team is always ready to listen to you. Good luck!